seeing the reactions on people's faces when they see that view is really special, especially as they're here on holiday. So that, you know, they're relaxed, they're in the moment, they just want to experience, you know, beautiful things, and to see that is great.
The Festival of Walking is a great opportunity for visitors and locals to come to the island and experience the various walking and hiking trails that we have on offer.
It was a great initiative. It mainly attracted locals this time, but that's fine today with social media craze. Any sort of publicity I think is good. Hopefully it will bring in more tourists next time.
The Festival of Walking was a good way to promote various walks for St Helena. You had the coastal walk, some inland walks, and it also was a chance to learn about some of the history on those walks of the island.
Diane did well. She got a variety of guides, all with different expertise, taking different walks, and then people were just invited to come on these walks, generally the weekend, and the guide would take them and talk about the walk. It'd be the history, flora, fauna, endemics. It could be anything. It's huge success.
St Helena is a very unique and special place. For a small island, there is so many walks and hiking trails. People are actually really surprised when they get here. They think it's a small island, they can just walk around it in a day, but it's not the case with the various terrain that we have and the landscapes, which are really contrasting. It's a great place for people to come and do walks.
I think the island is very diverse in landscape. You go from the barren areas and you walk almost into the greener parts of it. So that's one of the things I do like with walking on St Helena. It's the different landscapes and the different terrains as well that goes with it.
Being from England, you know, certain parts of the island definitely look, I suppose, English in the sort of greener areas. In terms of the arid coastline, I mean, there was a guy from Madeira and he compared it to Madeira. We had a geologist out here who was comparing it to different volcanic islands. But I think you get everything on St Helena, and it's got a little bit of everything. I mean, one walk, you can go from Casing, walk through Macintosh, right down to Lemon Valley, and you've got everything. You're ticking all the boxes.
Oh, wow. There's so many walks that I enjoy. It depends on my mindset. So if I want to go somewhere and just have quiet time, then I would say High Hill is my favorite because the views there are amazing. But if I wanted to do a bit more of a challenge, I would say Lots Five Ponds would be my favorite walk because at the end you get to have a little swim in the natural swimming pools. And obviously there's the walk back, so it cools you down before you head back.
So my favorite walk on St Helena, which is one I probably do very often, at least probably 3 times a week. I start from Gordon's Post, I walk around to the dungeon, to Huts Gate, and back home, which is close by Gordon's Post. So I do that very often. And for me, it's a time for me to connect with nature because I have an office job, so it's a good time for me to just be stressed and enjoy the nature. My
favourite walks, well, Blue Point and Lots Five Ponds are my bread and butter. I do them a lot and I love them. Never got tired of them. I could probably do them every day for the rest of my life. I like Phosphorus Bay. It's fantastic. You can go down there and snorkel. My lad Leo actually wants to camp down there, so I think once we get back to the summer and the weather's a bit nicer, we'll have a go at camping down there and see how that goes. As well, both the barns, Sandy Bay and Longwoods, I think they're just dramatic and quite humbling.
I personally like living on St Helena because of for me, the peacefulness, the clean air, the time that you can just pack up and go camping when you feel like. I lived away for 7 years, but my heart was always to come back and live on St Helena. Yeah, and for me, this is home.
So what do I love about St Helena? When people come here, they are so surprised about the history on the island and the connections that we have with the outside world. There is also the nature, which I think is amazing. It's so quiet and safe as well. People can go out on hikes and you might meet someone and the locals might ask if you're okay. And they just care about it. It's very friendly. The community is really friendly.
I would say walking on St Helena, I think puts everything in perspective. it's so stunning and so dramatic. It reminds you what's important,